All right, 2 months into eXp Realty, the goods, the not so goods, and what the future looks like going forward. This is Steve, real estate agent with the Malone Realty Group, again brokered by eXp Realty. Was with Keller Williams for quite some time, almost 4 years, but made the switch back in late June. It's now technically early September. Just got past Labor Day weekend, so it might be a little bit past 2 months. But wanted to make this quick video. I was going to do it 1 month, but we had all kinds of vacations and crazy stuff going on. So I wanted to kind of give you a heads up, kind of a check-in, because to me, it was hard to envision. And I talked about the first video I did, kind of because I'm a C personality. When I'm adjusted, no, typically I'm an IS, but I turn more into a CS when I adjust. So there's a lot of looking at spreadsheets and looking at the numbers and trying to figure out, does this make sense? Does this make sense? So there's a lot of people are probably thinking about that. If and when the time comes to say, do I make the jump from Keller Williams or do I make the jump from Remax or Coldwell Banker or whatever? And even if it's not necessarily to eXp, but to anywhere, people want to know, what does it look like when you land? So, what did it look like when I landed? So, here I am, 2 months in. So, what are the goods? First of all, the good thing is, and let's tell the joke about how the eXp people will recruit you like crazy. You will have all kinds of people from eXp saying, "Hey, why don't you be in my team? Hey, or my group, or my group, or my group, or my group." So it's kind of a running joke in the realtor community. It is what it is. So one of the biggest questions, one of the biggest decisions you have to make when you jump in is, did I end up in the right network? Do I have the best sponsor? Because your sponsor is obviously going to make a little bit of money every time you actually sell something or buy something. Every time you have a commission, they get a little bit of it till you cap. Number one. Number two, everybody who's in eXp, we own eXp stock. So if the company does good, you do good. So it behooves you to be sure the company's doing good. So the person that you bring in, you have a financial, kind of whatever in them, and you also have the financial whatever of the company. So you want people to do well. That's when you bring somebody in. So for you to go into somebody's network, the question is, what is going to be the best bang for your buck? And I talked about this the last time. I'm going to talk about it again because I hate to say it. I knew the person who was bringing me in, the gentleman named Stacy Wyatt here in Metro Atlanta, just a rock and roll real estate agent. He has a rock and roll team. He's building something amazing where he is, and the network that we're in, the Blueprint X. I'm a C personality. He puts me to shame from the C personality because he has spreadsheets and videos made and everything for all the training to get you into eXp and get you up and running. So that was the thing that I loved, was that I picked him because he was local. He was going to help me get going locally. But then when I came in, I didn't realize that the support that he would provide, I knew it was going to be good. I didn't realize it was going to be as awesome as it's been. So my sponsor's been awesome, and his people above him, that network, the Fast Forward movement with Kyle Whissel and Dan Beer, that has been amazing too, to get some of the training from them. So we have the training from Kyle Whissel and Dan Beer. I get the training from Stacy Wyatt. We have the actual physical help here in the North Georgia area from Stacy Wyatt. So I picked somebody that I thought was going to do a good job of being my sponsor, and he has outshined, whatever. Again, I'm not going to edit this I'm not there yet. So deal with my bad English. But he is, the experience I've had from the coaching end has far gone above my expectations. So I picked somebody that I thought was going to be the best, and they've blown it out of the water. So I'm thrilled. Stacy, you rock. Kyle and Dan rock as well. From a training standpoint, it's great. Done some deals with eXp that have closed. No issues with any of the broker stuff. It's one of the things that when you look at, I think 10 years ago, 15 years ago, who your broker was mattered. Because some brokers could do things a little bit better than other brokers. The bigger brands maybe have better people on the inside, things like that. Now I think everything's so streamlined and everything is so computerized, and there's lists and whatever. I think people just follow the list. And I think brokers, for the most part, it's you can broker the deal no matter where you go. It's really the question of who's going to help you to support you in your business. So from the brokerage standpoint, I really don't think it matters whether you're at eXp, KW, or any of the other big boys either. I think everybody does the same job of brokering your deals. Are there some brokers that are better than others? Yes, obviously. But as far as getting those deals done that I got done, no issues at all. The cool thing is at eXp, after your first closing, you get a little some stock as a way of saying congratulations and thank you for being part of the team. So just because I closed, I got stock. I also elected to buy some of the stock. You get stock at a discounted price if you close. So I got stock at a discounted price when we closed. So, I mean, again, thank you. You're really part of the company now. So we're starting to build that as well. I already have my first recruit that's come in, my admin. So I'm super excited about that. And because once she actually has some deals that she's working on, so once she gets a closing, I will not only get the pay for having her as somebody in my downline or in my group or whatever you want to call it, but eXp also gives you a stock award for your recruit coming in and doing a deal. So if you get a recruit and they actually do a deal, you get a stock award for that too, which is but it's built so that the agents are rewarded for carrying the business and for doing the business. And Glenn Sanford gets that. The model is rock solid. It's really cool. I liked it when I came in. I loved it as I was learning it. And right now, the more I learn about it, the more I kind of kick myself because I had a chance to make this move a year ago. And if I knew then what I know now, I would have gone running through the door. I didn't know that. That's life. But here I am. So anyway, so that's the good. The good is that we've done some deals. Everything's gone great. We've been rewarded as promised. And where I am from a coaching standpoint is phenomenal. A lot of the coaching that we get and that anybody who comes in really is, they can access coaching from their networks and from the big network above them and the big network above them, and it's all free. It's crazy how some of the training that I'm taking right now is like this stuff used to cost money. Some of the other places, okay, and it doesn't cost money now. So they will help you build your business. Because again, if I build my business awesome here, everybody wins in the eXp. So there you go. So that's the good. The bad, I'll be honest with you. Maybe the only bad is still that I mean, to me, and again, I'm just gonna shoot from the hip. I promise you, I wasn't gonna lie. I worry a little bit about the fact that eXp is just not a name brand yet with people who sell their house. That's why in eXp and in the network that we're in, there's a lot of push to really, your personal brand is your brand. I'm Malone Realty Group, see right there, bam, and on hats and all that stuff. Malone Realty Group, and we're brokered by eXp. So we're trying not to, yes, we're brokered by eXp. We don't shy away from that, but we try and let our personal brand be the front of the business. But that being said, when somebody says, well, what broker are you? eXp, sometimes people don't, they have a hard time because they haven't heard of it yet, especially here in the South. In the West and in the North, where eXp is just blowing up, they know who eXp is. eXp is really starting to take shape here in Georgia and in Florida and in the South. This is where we're growing next. So it's going to take a little bit of time. They're starting to see the signs a little bit more and a little bit more. But that's one of the only issues that I've had is that eXp is probably not quite the brand name that some of the other brokerages is, which is a bad thing, but it's also a good thing. We are growing, and the machine is built. The machine is rocking and rolling right now, and it's only a question of when. It's not a question of if, because it makes too much sense. The more I look at it, now that I'm here, I don't have to be sold anymore, because now that I'm here, I'm more sold and more sold, even though I don't have to be sold anymore. So I'm 100% made the right decision to come to eXp because of the training I'm getting. Solely because of the training I'm getting, I'm not going anywhere. Because the learning that we get from Kyle Whistle and Dan Beer is beyond crazy. What I get from Stacy Wyatt and from the Blueprint X group that I'm with, that is beyond anything that I had. We're learning so much right now, and everything else is just going to go from there. Whether it becomes an icon status, we talk about stock options, we talk about all that other stuff, the technology, KV core that we get. So I mean, it's just ding, 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 ding. But to me, the reason I'm here now and I'm not leaving are the things that I thought were going to be number 5 and number 6 on the ledger. Those things are like number 1 and number 2 on the ledger right now. And so there you have it. So again, I said all that to say the only thing I'm worried about is that eXp is not a brand name, but we're coming. We're building the brand. We're going to be everywhere, eXp, because at the end of the day, I think we're at 39 countries now. We have 62,000 agents. I think it took us like 12 years to get from 0 to 50,000 agents. We're talking about from that point should be 12 months before we get from 50 to 100,000 agents. So rocket ship's gone. It's taken off, and here we go. So it's just a question of how big can we build this thing, and we're very excited. So that's where we are. So that's the good, that's the bad, and I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I mean, right now, to me, it's just a question of, where are we, and as we look at the market, you're seeing a lot of big players in the market. You know what I mean? You're seeing a lot of giant companies come in that are having a big impact. I guess we can say, Zillow is having an impact on the market, obviously, Open Door, Redfin, things like that. So these are all disruptive type companies. So what do you need? You need a disruptive type company to combat against that if you're a realtor and to stay in the fight and to stay in business. Because at the end of the day, our job is to serve our clients. At the end of the day, I mean, all this stuff about, building the best brand, this and that, it's all focused around how can I bring the most to my people? How can I build the best brand for my people? And if I build a business that's rocking and rolling, I have enough to where I can, we can train our people, we can, build more people, we can serve more of our sphere and serve more of our family and friends and clients and things like that. So that's the thing. If we can build, if eXp gets big enough and, that helps us to make our own brand be big enough, and then we can grow and help our own people. So you need a brokerage that's going to be in that, in the trenches, trying to, as the technology changes and as everything changes, they're keeping up with those changes and really trying to insulate their people. And it's everybody's in the same group. We're all on the same team. Stacey Wise says it all the time: collaboration over competition. We're all in this together. There is enough people, in North Georgia where, we can all serve our own people and take care of our own people. And, we're all going to do fine if we all collaborate together and we learn together and we coach together and we do all that together and build the brand, it's going to take care of everything else. So that's the cool part about it, is that, as the market shifts, I think that we at eXp are in a good spot to take advantage of the technology, to take advantage of, what do we need to be? If we're going to win in 5 years, what does it need to look like? I think eXp is what it looks like. So that's kind of, as I look to the future, that's the bad, the good, and looking towards the future, that's what it looks like looking towards the future. So there it is. 60 days in. I think 30 days in, I was like, you know what? I kind of like it. 60 days in, rock and roll. Things are going awesome. I'll check in again and do a little more of these videos about, what it is about eXp, and start breaking down a little bit more the specifics of, the revenue share versus profit share, or, the differences in the technologies and things like that. What the little specifics about what makes eXp just the outstanding company that it is. So if you have any questions, you want to talk, give me a call, 470-233-4409, 470-233-4409. There it is. Steve. Malone Realty Group, eXp. Hope you all are good. Take care. Bye.